October 25th, 2021. How are you doing, my friends? I'm going to walk with you today and to share my thoughts in the beautiful nature, a trail that I did already a few days ago and felt so strong connection to the everything. And I'm going to record via YouTube to illuminate the dark, even without specific words, but just with the vibes of it. Sharing to all of you, my followers, the general public in YouTube, what in my mind, what in the astrology. This is amazing, beautiful spring happening here in the southern hemisphere, in the south of Brazil. This is long time without feeling such magical place with no words to find it. It's not about the beauty, it's not about the architecture. It's nature, is sensuality, is consciousness vibe I couldn't feel in Costa Rica. This is something that Brazilians have. Yes. So, I'm walking you around. This is a trail that is taking us for a few minutes to the beach side. And you could inspire with the colors, with the rays of the sun. It's 3:15 evening time, afternoon. And without a plan, I'm going to discuss, by the way, okay, I will say it later on. So what we have this week, you will listen in tomorrow World Weekly Astrology, that still is available to community via Patreon. You could see link below. And generally speaking, this week Venus is squaring Neptune, and Venus is very important ingredient we have to follow in the next months. We understand that this is October. We are ending October into the Halloween as the Scorpio season just began. Halloween. Facing truth that we are afraid to face. And the Libra season that we just ended a few days ago, that is ruled by Venus, that she is the archetype we are going to follow. It's going to take us for very transformative 6 months into April, the beginning of Aries season. The opposite of Venus is Mars. The opposite of Libra is Aries. The opposite of feminine is masculine. Even that we are right now entering into a lot of masculine energies. And this is going to be a transformation. So Venus this week, into the end of October, into the Halloween energies, is doing square with Neptune. That is putting us in a bit of a cloud, but no. We cannot be in a cloud anymore. We experienced in the last 1.5 years of the Venus cycle, Venus squaring Neptune. It was very confusing and led us to where we are now, with sheeple going with the law of the devil to maintain them under the control in a fake of the opposite. Mercury and Jupiter moving direct and the gestation on the same day. We are not going to fall anymore to the spell. And this week is asking us to face our own truth. Mars is about to enter to Scorpio and to be appear in the sky in few weeks. You must to take your sword out from your backpack or whatever you're carrying this on. This is going to be a revolution. or a distraction for those that believed in something that isn't divine, but science. Science. Are you still seriously going to vaccinate your children? And those under 11 years old from December? Please, please. Jupiter will enter to Pisces in the end of the year. And it's about the children in the devil plan. But it's also about arousing the spirituality and illuminating or revealing the lies. Venus that is squaring this week Neptune and making us a little bit of afraid with all times high, the stock of the media, I forgot the name, of Trump rose in 1,000% in 2 weeks, and the crypto in all times high, and the stock market in all times high. It's sort of, wow, it's too high to fall, but there are still masculine energy to force us going forward into the end of the year. And before Venus will close the cycle with Neptune that right now is squaring, it will close it with Neptune. It's going to pass in December around the solar eclipse on Antares, a very fascinating event. Venus is going to retrograde in Capricorn near Pluto. That is Pluto return of the United States that last time was in 1775. Speak about revolution of value, revolution of consciousness, independency. Are you dependent or independent? So they told you to take the job because you just want to travel, you just want to cross the border. I know that some people, dears for you, are waiting around the corner, but you are here about sacrification. Sacrifice your life or sacrifice your missing out, sort of, in order to save your race, who may be. I know that what I'm speaking right now, it's very painful because the majority of population is already with it, including my family, that my parents took already the 3rd doses, and who myself, little being with opposite thoughts, that speaking like this when my parents took the 3rd doses. My brother, sister already confessed that we are not going to give our children with this now. This is already the red line. And hopefully that this will lead to the revolution that may come with the coming energies that I'm seeing unfolding. So Venus will retrograde is important event, and it will happen in December. The total solar eclipse will happen in December 4th. In 12 degrees, which is exactly the ascendant of the United States. We understand that it's very much related to the who is controlling the resources of the world and how with a third party ruling it. And it will close a cycle in April 2022. So I'm already promoting a lot of the April 2022. But this is the culmination energy that Jupiter will meet Neptune. Zeus will meet Poseidon. Jupiter is the truth indication, freedom indication, will meet the main media, Neptune, the illusion, the lies, the bad script. So, just for the reference, for those of you that are not very much understanding astrology, in January 2020, when we spoke about the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, what started already the New World Order visibly to everybody, Jupiter entered to horrible position in the sky. We called it Jupiter is going, I said in all my videos, members remember, I said Jupiter is going to the concentration camp. Jupiter is going to the to jail. And because Jupiter is the ruler of freedom, people hated hearing this word that I said, and it was funny how we are all understanding what it all was about. So all Sagittarius people most Sagittarius people had a very difficult 2 years. Face it. Despite of what is happening in the collective, Sagittarius people experience very hard times with their family members, with themselves, with lack of freedom in individual situation, work, etc. And this is actually what was stolen from everybody in that the people move. What robbed from everybody in the world, the freedom, the justice, the truth was robbed from all of us, right? So Jupiter just stationed a week ago and ready to move direct, and it's moving direct now. It's not anymore retrograde in Aquarius. Social justice right now is just pushing the tools of the innovation. Crypto moving to all times high. Governments are losing control with it. We just need to pass the forward that is actually losing from them and trying to integrate their platform with this crypto before people waking up to this option of freedom wealth, wealth of freedom, freedom wealth, let's go. So Jupiter is going to meet in April the father of the lies, the father of the corruption, let's call it Neptune, in April. So even that I'm saying to Sagittarius people that their life will start improving from now on as Jupiter is stationed and ready to move to Pisces, but in the world it's a fake release until what we are going to reveal in April, toward April. And this is about truth. So it's not about freedom. As Trump said, what will liberate us is the truth. We are needing to know what was really happening here. And it's not just about China releasing a virus or not, it's coming from bats or not. This is why all this happened and what they avoided us to unveil or to know or to use. It's not to our favor, I can promise. And I'm ascendant Sagittarius. You need to fight for your freedom and to select the hard choices in the last years and to sacrifice going far from those that you love in order to gain your own freedom and to be able to save them back, those that you love, and all that will come to you later on. It was the stupidest thing to do in the last 2 years is to be a sheeple following old primitive laws. I know it's hard. You have a work, you have a standard to follow, but still you could move it. You all, with the North Node in Gemini in the last year and a half, we all needed to learn being a little lawyer, sometimes a little bitch, moving between the laws. As the lawyers are doing, the attorneys, the turnover, the laws to minimize the damage. So, what remains to us is to follow the Venus cycle. Right now, with this week opposing and squaring Neptune, is not fall anymore to the spell. Don't fall into the feeling, oh, it's going to escape, it's all fake market, I will not. It's about taking risk, and not just about investment. It's about defining new patterns of relationships. We all understand right now that we are not anymore able to do things alone, and not just for our egoistic plan. It's not about yourself just earning money and feeling sort of success. It's about how you are integrating your services, how you are integrating your wealth even with another people, with another wealth, with another opportunities. It's about creating something for a group, for something that is greater than your own needs. And this is the closing cycle of Mars in Libra, that we consider it to be weakened Mars, because of course it's weakened because it will not help you to act alone the way that you thought as a competent guy with a lot of ego to work. It's about also reducing your ego. Ask for help, ask for knowing that you need help, even at least just knowing that you don't have all the tools to do it alone, even that you have all the money in the world, but now we need networks. So Venus will close the cycle with Jupiter and Neptune in April. So relationships that are starting those 2 weeks can be very destined and very soul connections. It's all depend how you moved so far. It's not that right now you will start moving from zero. Venus is about to meet the asteroid Juno, and because it's going to meet in April in 6 months, Neptune and Jupiter, it's something that will pay off. Whatever you invest right now about your values, your needs and community needs will pay off. The people that will start gathering, new channels that you will start, or new concept or new ideas for events that you will start right now will pay off very much, activated. And despite the challenges that are coming in the next months, in April, it's about educating people about wealth and wealth of togetherness. Venus is about relationship and values. This is something huge that is coming in the world, and it could be huge just because of the revolution that it will provoke once the truth will be unveiled, and so much activation that is happening in sky. And I cannot cover all the information that I'm covering in other videos, so you make sure that you watch the previous videos, and pieces by pieces, every time I'm focusing on another piece of those aspects. And this is just to share with you this section of energy in the middle of the day, springtime, bringing some heat to the fall energy in the northern hemisphere. And we need to face our truth, that without fear, we need to take chances of, like in Spain, they are canceling all the fines that were given from March 2020. Those that went without mask in the street and got fines are all returned. So why you could take care of yourself before this fear and this suppression and collect how many fines you wanted. Don't be afraid from things that are working with the divine, that you know that is divine justice to do right now, even that seems to be against some written structures. What's coming in April will eliminate all the punishment that were given or provoked or projected from the devil. Of course, you are going to do good things. But wearing mask, walking in the park right now is not divine justice, is not making sense. Why are you driving with the mask on? Are you crazy? I hope that you are not one of my viewers that is driving with a mask. You are not one, you are not my follower. Because we are not relying on the same consciousness. Sorry. At least if you're thinking to change this behavior, so welcome. Greetings October 25th. Happy Halloween. Face the scars that you are hiding in yourself. Look in what is dirty in our world and face it. And be a warrior of light. Big hug to all of you. Light hug. Bye bye.